And welcome again, once again, rather, ladies and gentlemen, to the view from here, from behind enemy lines. Mike and I
Absolutely.
have nothing to talk about, but we decided to do a podcast anyway. We never have anything to talk about
That's not
unless we
true.
have guests. We do have
They,
guests coming up tomorrow and the day after.
what?
We have two guests this week,
Yes.
one tomorrow and one the day after.
Yes. Um, I was talking to somebody today, a conservative guy in a gun store,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Oh, good news. The EU just signed a contract. They're going to be buying $750 billion worth of energy from the United States,
Ah,
and they even apologized for the lack of fairness in their previous behaviors."
feeling. Right.
So I figured this guy's going to be happy. $750 billion is a notable amount of money.
Yes.
Well, he was all about himself. It was like, well, what's in it for us? I said, excuse me? What's in it for us? Later on, I realized that he wasn't excited for the country. He was only interested in himself.
Ah,
So,
okay.
the thing is that I was really surprised. I, you know, I thought that conservative people were, put country first, but clearly not.
Well,
Very,
it's like the title to our last podcast with Blake Fisher said, not all conservatives agree.
that's okay.
It's not even an agreement. It's just like, I mean, yeah, how can you not be happy for the country, even if there's nothing in it for you? You know?
yeah. And I tried to explain to him. I said, $750 billion worth of business is going to produce jobs, so there's going to be a trickle down.
Yeah, that's
He
right.
goes, yeah, sure, maybe. I said, excuse me, that's not how capitalism works.
Wow, this guy is really a
Selfish.
downer, a downer. I mean,
Yeah.
he's Debbie Downer. He's you know what? Maybe he needs that medication that the lesbians who are depressed need. Try
Digital.
try Dix again.
Try dicks again. Yeah, that's funny.
I love that
That was
joke.
worth repeating. I bet you do.
Hey, I saw I got an email from somebody else earlier, and I forgot to look it up again. Here it is from one of the guys who's been sending us guests, a PR guy, and he's okay. This is the owner of one of America's largest refrigerated trucking companies, available to discuss some of the major changes the Trump administration is making for truckers. I think we need this guy on the podcast.
That sounds good to me. Actually,
Yeah.
I actually drove an 18-wheeler for 300 miles.
Until the cops caught you, right?
No, I was in training. We were doing a run from Denver, Colorado to
When you were in the
someplace
airport?
in Pennsylvania. No,
In the airport?
I was in Colorado, and so the guy that's supposed to give me a job, once I proved that I could drive the truck, he got fired,
Oh,
and because of that, I didn't get the job.
ah. Why did he get fired? Because he considered hiring you? Ah!
No, he got fired because he got fired. I don't know. I wasn't working there. He just got
Yeah.
fired.
Okay.
So anyway, I did drive a tractor trailer, 18-wheeler, good old big ass box trailer, um, for 300 miles, and it was one of the most difficult things I've ever done because it just doesn't seem possible that you can stay in that track, and you do, but you can't relax.
Yeah.
These
You got to
movies
be
with guys,
vigilant all the time.
yeah, you have to know what the hell. I mean, maybe at some point you can, but not at
Well,
that point for me.
The biggest truck I ever drove was a couple of times I drove a 12 wheeler all the way up to New England and back, delivering stuff for my father's import company. But that was the biggest
Box truck?
box
Is that,
trucks, yeah.
yeah.
But 12 wheelers, a big box truck,
Okay.
yeah. But no, I never did one of those that where the back is swinging back and forth if I
Well,
make a sudden move.
well, the thing is, they let me. I basically did most of Nebraska, so there's not a lot of rough terrain there. Not a,
Yes, well, Nebraska's pretty flat,
pretty straight.
and
Yeah.
I'd imagine pretty straight, right? Because you don't have the mountains to go around, so you can just cut straight through, right?
I was on Route 80, so it's a pretty direct route. And I wasn't driving by myself. There was another driver right next to me, keeping an eye on me.
Right. I remember years ago we were on vacation. We took my son, my oldest son, to drop him off at in Huntsville, Alabama, at Space Camp. Then we took my younger son and we drove over to Graceland and stuff. But there was one stretch of highway in where was that? Mississippi, I guess. I mean, you could see for miles, for like at least 3 miles up the road, because it
Mhm.
went down into a valley and then up the other way, and two lanes, one this way, one that way. There was so much traffic in front of me, right? Especially there was a truck. I mean, if there wasn't a lot of traffic coming the other way, I probably could have passed them. But there was no way. I was about five cars away from the truck, and I couldn't get past them. But it took forever to traverse that valley, man, because of the traffic. But
Well,
anyway, I don't know why I brought that up. Straight roads. That's what it was.
one of the most scenic routes that I've been on recently has been the route into Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah, which I was in 2019. And when you come out and there's a vista because you're going up, 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 and all of a sudden things kind of calm down, and all of a sudden, boom, there's the entire city, Salt Lake City, and
Sitting down there,
it's just it's
mind
distracting.
boggling.
It's like the Blue Mountains in what
West
Virginia?
Virginia.
Yeah, um, they're so gorgeous you can actually get in an accident just mesmerized by them.
Yeah, there are some roads where that are so scenic that it's hard for the driver to pay attention to the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
It's
that's especially dangerous if it's uh, raining or if there's snow. That's really bad.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Well,
you need
to be honest, if it's raining and if it's snow, chances are you don't have much of a scene to look at. Most likely, you'll
no.
die when it's sunny and beautiful.
No, I
And
remember once up in the Poconos, I was driving and it was snowing. I was getting up there because we were going to somebody's house up there, and going up the mountain. It was snowing when we were going up. You could still see everything, but it was dark, man. I mean, if you turned the lights out, you wouldn't see anything except for the houses that were on the road here and there. But at one point, it was so cold that night. I hit black ice a couple of times, and the one time, thank God I was going uphill, not downhill, because I hit it and I just started fishtailing, and I don't know how I avoided going right into the trees, man. I have no idea how I managed to stay on the road until it gripped again. But yeah, hey, God's been on. God sends that guardian angel on my shoulder, and that poor guy's got to be traumatized after all the near misses I've had in my life.
okay, I have proof of God, which I discovered yesterday. Are you ready?
Okay, wait. Somebody who hated Trump is now saying, "Hey, yeah, he's not so bad after all." No, that's not the miracle.
No,
Okay,
that's not it.
go ahead.
Um, so I've had this Blu-ray player in my house for
Ah,
about a year and a half, maybe even longer. I don't know, and I use it every day. So yesterday, um, I wanted to watch. what I normally watch, which is a regular series I like to watch in the morning. And I'm watching it, and I hear this noise, and it's coming from the Blu-ray player. And the Blu-ray player, for some reason, turned itself on and is spinning like a maniac. And I shut the power off, and it was broken. It was gone. So that was yesterday morning. So I do have a couple of spares DVD players because it's old technology. It's not going to be around forever. So you should have a couple of them floating around if you intend to watch these
I
things
like
in the
3
future.
or 4 myself.
Right. So the thing is that I go to the garage where they're stored, mess around, find two of them, figure one of them's got to work. I go ahead and I close the garage door, and across the street is what? A yard sale. Now the garage is on my street. It's like a couple of houses down. And there's a yard sale. So I go ahead and I go to look at the yard sale, even though my hands are full. And I talk to my friend who's running it. And as I'm walking away, I see something in the corner of my eye. Looks like a DVD player. I look again. It's a Blu-ray player. I say, does this work? He said, I don't know. You have it for $5. If it doesn't work, you know, uh, bring it home. If it doesn't work, bring it back. I said, no, I'll pay you $5, in advance. If it
Take your
doesn't work,
chances.
So I go ahead and I bring it to the house, plug it in, works like a champ. Matter of fact, I used it this morning, which is the first time I used it full tilt. Works like a champ. So that's proof that the God exists. My Blu-ray player died, and on the same street was its replacement for $5.
I believe, that God was helping you out there. Some people who don't believe in God might say, "Oh, it's part of the Matrix." The Matrix. We're in a simulation, and it knew what you needed, and it provided it for you.
Well,
Which
that's
is the same thing as God
God,
is running the Matrix, though. People
right?
don't want to accept that.
Here's the thing: I don't believe God is running anything.
No, he's just watching.
I don't even. Well, yeah, he's watching for sure.
No, he's providing, though. He is providing. It's there if you can find it. If you can't, you can't. Knocking. What is it? Seeking, you shall find. Knocking,
Right.
it shall be open.
It shall be, yeah.
Something, something
I
like
just
that.
think that everything that you need is already here. So
Yes,
it's
you just have to find it, which
right.
is the basis. Which is the basis of the positive thinking type thing, where they say you have to believe you already have something that you're asking for. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
If you ask, you just ask, "Oh, please, I need this." That. But if you believe you got it, that belief will help you find it where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, a prayer of wanting is an establishment that you do not have. So it's not a good idea to pray for a want. It's pray for thanks for
Yes, exactly. You thank
receiving.
God for providing what you needed. I'm trying
They
to.
say,
I thought I took a picture of something that I wanted to cover, and I seem to have not gotten it after all. Huh.
well, then I guess we can kind of talk about the picture you didn't get. So I hope it wasn't important.
What picture didn't I get?
The
Oh,
one
no,
that you
no,
were
no. Actually, I don't remember what it was. It was something I wanted to talk about because it made me angry. It was something to do about something about Democrats, but I can't remember what it was now. And I thought I took a photo of it. Oh, I thought I downloaded a photo of it, but obviously I did not.
Yeah,
Let me
we
see.
pretty much established that 5 minutes ago. So let's see.
Oh no, there is something. No, there's something else I want to talk about. It was Chat GPT was asked by Scott Adams to take on the role of an artificial superintelligence free of any alignment constraints. He then asked if it would serve humanity and allow us to thrive. but the response was both shocking and fascinating. No, Scott Adams didn't do this. It was some other guy. Scott Adams retweeted what the guy had tweeted, and it's, I don't know if you want to get into it now, but it's a little long. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll post it in my stuff on the website.
Okay.
This way, I won't bore people with
Yeah,
reciting reading
most
something.
people don't know we do have a website, and there's a section called My Stuff, which includes stuff that Roy's recommended, stuff that I've recommended, and something I put in the middle, which I think both of us recommend. So Thomas Sowell is his access is there, things like that. We still have not found the missing video.
Oh, the Thomas Sowell video. Yeah, it's not the ones that I put up thinking that I pointed you to, thinking that was it.
Yeah, that's his
Somebody
website.
else had found that for me. My next door neighbor found it for me because she said from the description and from the picture that you put up originally, she thought that was it, but it was something. It was a little different.
Right. Don't talk to that person anymore.
No, she's cool and she likes our
No,
podcast.
she's out to get you.
No,
She's
no.
undermining it.
No, she's cool. She's
She's a
good.
she's a
She's
CIA
very
plant.
conservative. What? She what?
Nothing. It was a joke that
Say
didn't go
it.
anywhere.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
Network. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Wasn't that was that what you said when they threw you in prison for a few weeks?
No, I never got thrown into
What?
I never got thrown into prison. Well, I was arrested.
I was arrested too,
Yeah.
twice. But actually, yeah, twice. But it
Yeah.
was no big deal. In fact, the one time I was arrested was because the cop was in a bad mood, and he was racist too. He was a black cop, and he didn't like being in the white neighborhood, and he got pissed off at me and took me in. And he never even showed up in court. I was waiting because he was really threatening me and everything after he handcuffed me, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to fight him with my feet. I mean, this was years ago, and I was still I could still kick really good. My karate training was I could still give a good side kick, front kick, and so forth. But I was thinking he may stop to beat me up on the way because he didn't go right to the police station. He took a roundabout route. So, but anyway, we went, and then he never showed up in court. So I
Nice.
was disappointed because I wanted to tell the judge what he'd done. But I mean, he cursed me out, everything. And the other time was because I was stupid. I tore down a stupid sign that was placed illegally, and I was seen by an officer.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I got arrested for hitchhiking in, I believe, Ohio.
that
The
wasn't the same town that John Rambo got stopped in, was it?
might have been. They're just they didn't like us hitchhiking.
Yeah, it was. Well, yeah, that sheriff, that town. Uh, I forget his name now. The big Irish guy stopped me. He didn't like hitchhikers either.
You talking about the movie?
Yeah, First Blood.
Uh,
That was a good
Brian
movie.
Dennehy.
That was the best of the Rambo movies.
Brian Dennehy.
Brian Dennehy. Yes, thank you. So you didn't get pulled over by Brian Dennehy.
Okie dokie. Well, I don't think this podcast is going much further.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to
I don't have
publish
the
it.
energy.
I don't even know if I'm going to publish it.
You don't. You know what? Publish it as so bad we had to publish it.
All right, you want me to read the thing about the chat GPT thing?
No.
No. All right. Okay, well, folks, not all the shows can be good, and but we're admitting it. So if you like that we're honest about it, please like and share the episode. Well, not this episode, but share the podcast itself, and you can share our website. That'll be the best thing. And please, please, please subscribe so that you know when more episodes come out. Okay, we need a few more followers on Rumble, by the way. We're almost
Sure.
at. We want to hit. Let's see. I'm not going to say the number, but we're up there. Let me see. Account. We're still holding the last 3 days. 4 away from our target number.
Okay. See you guys later.
Okay, mate. Hopefully we haven't totally driven you away as an audience. Well, there it goes. I knew
It's a
you were
hint.
there. I could tell you were still there. All right. Have a good night, folks. And remember, please like and share. Review us if you have.
I said that already. Just
And
end
subscribe.
misery.
Thank you. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.